Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And able to find Kirk complete.
That's what
and
it
he'll
is, baby.
take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Touchdown, Arizona.
Christian Kirk, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Bridgewater going to get it out quickly to Moore. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
A gain of 2.
This is how offensive coordinators earn their money. He thought he was ahead of the curve after first down.
Got 7 yards first down play, but then you get stuffed there on second down, maybe just a yard out of it. Now your advantage is evaporated. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them in a screen.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Tight down. There you go. Mike 5'9", Here we go.
To try again after the sack. Bridgewater. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 16.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Flushed out right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Troy Pride that time gets the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
1st down, here's a run with Peterson.
Adrian Peterson on the
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2.
On 2nd and 12, Murray.
29-yard line.
It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Murray being chased out left. And open left side, it's Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cardinals 7, Panthers nothing.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Adrian Peterson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Cardinals 14, Panthers nothing. Matt Prater is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones.
When I watch Chandler Jones play for the Arizona Cardinals, I actually get a little bit jealous because he does his job as well as anyone in the league. He's played 64 games for Arizona starting this season. 60 sacks in that time frame. That's just under 1 per game. That type of success rate will not only keep you on the field, but also garner you a lot of honors.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Terrell Lewis in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
At their own 40-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. On 2nd down, Peterson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. From the gun, Murray. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's the option. A quick throw by Bridgewater. That's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Catch there by Robbie Anderson, and we all know he's got the speed to get behind any defense. What I think is underrated about his game is his toughness and his belief in self. Robbie Anderson was an undrafted free agent who's turned into a big-time player in the NFL, and now landing in Carolina reunites him with his college coach, Matt Rule, when they were together at Temple.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A first down throw for Bridgewater. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
And there's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the backfield, just imagine if they have the guts to let him return kicks as well. This guy is a true triple threat.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And what with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Joseph Charlton now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
Yetur Gross-Matos
in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Dancing to his left. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And the 13-year man puts it through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something to...
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Dan Arnold, and it's third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now a hit.
Oh, that's the way to run it, boy.
And it's picked up by the Panthers.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Steps away to his left. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards that time. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40 now on second down. Murray, this one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now Edmonds. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 1 yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is Murray. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing now is Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Jordan Howard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Makes the score Cardinals 24, Panthers 7.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Go Delta. Show it up. Show it up.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's open like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. To throw, it's Murray. Flush to his right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins. Going deep for Hopkins. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. A second down throw for Bridgewater. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. First down, Bridgewater. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And again, it's Bridgewater. Shakes off the sag, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. So that one will be accepted.
Get me! Let's go! Let's go! Ready? And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Bridgewater on first down. And off the deflection, it's caught. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the Cardinals' 36-yard line.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Cardinals 31, Panthers 21. Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Stand 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Arizona.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
To the 49-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They run again with Logan. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 16 yards, a first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Panthers' 34-yard line.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Terrell Lewis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they will take a knee here.